Hello, everybody. TBI and I episode time. This one is about flooding. It's a thing I'd posted about. It was just a slight thing, but it seemed to kind of take off. I understand exactly why it took off. Because when Janet told me about flooding and what it was, immediately my heart started racing because that's exactly what was happening with me. Now, the clinical kind of way of explaining what it is your brain is a highway, alright? And it has stop signs, it has traffic lights, there's things that dictate in your brain what goes, what stays, and where it goes, and when it goes. That's part of the brain's job. There's always things bouncing around inside of it. It's the brain's job to sort it out. Now, for TBI sufferers, especially, now flooding is something that exists without TBI sometimes, but with TBI sufferers, it is a major problem. And basically, what's happening is you are having every thought at one time. You are having every emotion at one single time. It is like trying to yell across 10 lanes of traffic when you're trying to communicate to somebody. Every single car that's whizzing by is a thought. Every single one is an emotion. You get hit by some of them trying to get your message across. So by the time you get there to get your message across, you're pretty beat up. So you may not say it exactly the way you mean to say it. Another way I try to think about it in my head is it's like being trapped in a coffin. The first part of the coffin is that you are screaming, it seems, and not a person can hear you. The second part of the coffin would be the thousands of other people that are in there with you that literally just will not shut up. That is what it's like inside of our head. That is what we're trying to sort out. Every single time you think we're being irrational, we are being irrational. Because it's like trying to pick that perfect car, that is that perfect thought that's going to take us over to you so that you can understand us. It's a very difficult thing for us. And it's unfortunate that we depend on you, and that responsibility is yours because you choose to have it. To remember that about us, and to notice those signs, and to notice the biggest thing that causes this flooding. When it's happening for us, we are so overwhelmed by ourselves that communication excuse me, cold. Communication is virtually impossible for us. And when we interpret communication, it's virtually impossible for us to interpret it right, because everything inside of our head at that point is chaos. It is complete and utter chaos. That's why it's called a flood. Some of you have experienced floods. A lot of you have seen the videos of what floods and tsunamis can do. They wash everything away. They pick everything up, every thought, every feeling, every fear, every happiness, everything. They pick it all up. The oil, the dirt, all of it. They mix it together and they push forward and they force their way out, or at least they try to. And a lot of the hard work that you don't see us doing because we look so pretty and perfect on the outside, just like our old selves, the part you don't see is us putting up sandbags all day, every day, nonstop, from the point we wake up to the moment we finally, if we're lucky, fall asleep. You don't see that. But we're doing it. We're doing it for us, and we're doing it for you. And this flood, it can't stop. Excuse me, I'm going to push pause and try to take a drink. Alright, we're back. So yes, this flood, we can stop these floods. We, personally, stop these floods all day long, every day. We can't stop them all. And some of us get better and better at it, but we all fight them every single day. But the person that can help us the most, the people that can help us the most, are those around us that choose to be around us, that choose to love us despite all of this stuff. Well, when you make that choice, you are also choosing the responsibility of picking up the slack on the things that we can't do anymore, and remembering the things for us that at times we can't remember. It is a daunting responsibility, is a daunting task, but there is some amazing beauty that can come out of this. Perspectives on life that literally can change your life for the better. It's all there. It's all available to us. But the biggest thing that we depend on during our floods is you have to understand that the way we're acting, it's not how we really feel. It's us picking out whatever thing is floating around in the flood. And what do you usually grab onto when there's a flood and you're just trying to survive? You grab onto the biggest thing floating around. Unfortunately for us, because of the way our brains are broken, the biggest things floating around are usually anger, hatred, malice, just pure being mean sometimes. That's the biggest things floating around because of the confusion. The confusion causes anxiety and anger and pain to be the biggest things. We can't stop it. We don't want it. And we know you don't want it. So the best way to deal is to try to be as completely calm as you possibly can be. No emotion whatsoever. Not a robot. I mean, show that you care, but know if you're frustrated, then you need to be able to honestly say, look, this is frustrating me too much, and I don't want to bother you because I know this is not your fault. So I'm going to walk away for a second, and then when we're cool, we will talk. You can do that. Or you can calmly just keep talking to them, even if they don't make sense. Your calmness will calm us. We need that interaction. We need your brain. We need your thoughts to seep into our head. And if you roll your eyes, to us, it is saying, I am annoyed at how broken you are, at how much you hinder my life now. That may not be your intention, but when a flood is happening, you will grab on to anything. And that's what we do. It's up to you to control the flood. You can put your hand out there and you can grab us out. You can. But when it's happening, we're not going to be there to help you do it. It's us that needs to be saved. And then for those of you that don't have that, because we don't always have that, then it's up to you. And you need to take the time while you're drowning in the flood. I know it's hard. But while you're drowning, you're still not dead. Take your time. Look around. Don't just grab onto anything. Look at it. Does it look like it floats a little bit better than something else? Does it look like something you can sit on? Does it look like something bright that maybe a plane could see? Think about it. Grab that one. It's okay to take the time so long as the end result is you being safe and getting to dry land. That's what matters. Alright? Peace out. I love you all. I hope this helped anybody. I'll try to leave comments and let me know how it helped, how it didn't, so that future videos can be even more helpful. Alright, bye everybody.